Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Saturday Morning Replay. And this week, we're counting down the top 10 Super Nintendo games ever released. And keeping with the Nintendo theme this week, I wanted to look back at the Super Nintendo console. It's actually one of my favorite consoles of all time, and it had some amazing games released for it. Let's go ahead and count them down. Number 10, F-Zero. F-Zero changed racing games on consoles forever, and it took advantage of the Mode 7 graphics on the Super Nintendo to offer 3D rasterization that breathed life back into the racing genre. Number 9, Super Mario World. After the release of the near-perfect Super Mario Bros. 3, the Mario franchise was at an all-time high. Then the Super Nintendo was released, and Super Mario World expanded on previous graphics and mechanics, and was the first appearance of Yoshi and several costumes and abilities. Number 8, Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country was the first game to use ACM computer modeling for the characters and background, and completely changed the look and feel of platform games. Number 7, Super Mario Kart. Super Mario Kart allowed players to select from one of 8 Mario characters to compete in single-player or multiplayer mode. The game took advantage of Mode 7 graphics just like F-Zero to give the game the appearance of 3D, and Mario Kart was also the key to expanding Mario past just platforming games. Number 6, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past brought back the mechanics of the first Zelda and introduced several new elements to the series, such as alternate worlds and the Master Sword. The gameplay mechanics and storyline across 2 worlds cemented it as one of the best games on the console. Number 5, Star Fox. Star Fox was Nintendo's first game to use 3-dimensional models with polygons and was considered revolutionary for the time. The game was hyped by Nintendo so much that pre-orders topped 1.7 million copies. Number 4, Mega Man X. Being the first Mega Man for 16-bit consoles, Mega Man X took place 100 years after the first game and introduced fans to a gritty, futuristic world and extended controls and mechanics. Number 3, Super Metroid. The third installment of Metroid arrived late to the show in 1994, but reinvented the series. The game allowed players to revisit abandoned areas of the first game, but gave everything a different feel with new graphics and tons of upgrades to supercharge Samus's armor. Number 2, Street Fighter II Turbo. Probably best known as the game that started the arcade fighting craze of the 90s, Street Fighter II Turbo introduced faster playing speeds and allowed gamers to get into battles quicker. And number 1, Final Fantasy III. Final Fantasy III, or 6 in Japan, was released in 1994. You play as a group of rebels fighting against an oppressive empire in a world where magic is believed to be long gone. The graphics and gameplay of Final Fantasy III were not only impressive, but the 60-hour-long journey is still pretty massive in today's standards. That's everything for this week's episode of the Saturday Morning Replay. If there's anything that I missed, like always, please put it in the comments section below and I'll get to it in a future episode. And I'm sure there will be many more Super Nintendo episodes to come in the future. And if you guys liked everything on the list this week, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes. And actually, before too long, I'm going to be opening up this loot crate that was sent to me. The month of February had an exclusive Power Rangers item in there, so I can't wait to open it up for you guys on camera. And until next week, my name is Chad. You guys have a good one. Hey buddy, you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go. Bye, Flan! No,